None at all.
Well, I want to thank you, Harold.
Well, Tony, old boy, look, I give you good marks for trying to put your point across, because it's not an old-fashioned idea that we've got. The old-fashioned idea is what we got to do away with, because we're bringing into our society measures that were foreign to us. It's upsetting, and it's creating problems for the family, and everything is in an upheaval. Our economy is shaking because of it, and if all these things are going to be so good, why are we in such a cursed mess?
Absolutely. Why are we in a recession if Sunday shopping was so great to begin with? But here again, you don't have, the media doesn't mention it.
No.
Our government doesn't mention it. It's all pushed in that closet.
Anything that got to do with advertising, the papers are scrambling right now for money. They claim the papers on their way out. It's an old way of doing business, the news media. And they're subject now to scavenge every bit they can get. And if it's advertising to work on Sunday for a piece of money, they do the same as the big business.
I do have one more thing before I close with you. I'm not only talking about Nova Scotia here, but I want to talk just one thing with Prince Edward Island. I don't know if you're aware of it, but over in PEI, they're open half of the year and the other half they're closed.
On weeknights, you mean?
No Sundays. Actually, Prince Edward Island is, well, they're saying the last province. Remember that old saying they used with us, we're the last province to have Sunday shopping?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're using that same line with Prince Edward Islanders to get them
They're open during 6 months of the year on the
Absolutely.
and 6 months closed.
Yes.
Well, that would be a benefit, but here again, it would give someone enough leeway to keep breaking it down. And competition, the way it is now, you'll do it, I'll have to. And to do a job, you'd have to say it has to be blanket. And it has to be legislated. And if it's not legislated, it'll never end.
It's like the big box stores. If you don't legislate them to pay a vacation pay, will they pay it?
No.
So, in other words, if we don't legislate stores to close, they're not going to do it on their own, are they?
No.
Absolutely not. And this is the problem, the thing we want to get out to the general public, is you have to have laws or you have nothing.
Well, our outgoing premier was the one to say that we had one holiday, which would be Remembrance Day. He failed to mention all the other statutory holidays that are very meaningful to many people. And that gave the message, we only have to close one day a year, we can stay open the rest. That was done in a hurry, and it was unwisely placed in as legislation. It should be that everybody's closed on Sunday.
But you do realize that our government did cave in and give us our 5 statutory holidays back. But see, the thing, Harold, what really got to me about the whole thing is, Rodney McDonald told us, you cannot tell a store when to open and close. Well, this is what they're doing now. They're telling the store when to open and close. Mm-hmm. And why our vote in 2004 wasn't honored by any political stripe, and all parties of this province should have stood up for us.
Yeah, but you see, the idea is these people are subjected to big money, and the little people have the majority, but they're the slowest group to get organized.
So if we had lots of money, we'd have it made.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really kind of sad when you sit and think about it, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Sunday, you see, that's why Rodney McDonald may wonder. He's the outgoing premier, and I liked the man as far as that's concerned, and I thought he was doing a good job. But as far as I'm concerned, what happened to him in the outcome of his last election, he lost some ground somewhere that people must have been very unhappy. We've never had to change a government like we've got right now. Heavens only knows what they'll bring us. But when these people get elected, and they're there, they have to bow down to the backroom boys. They can't do what they know to be right.
So no matter what party you're in, you can't speak freely.
That's
and
right.
This is what really bothers me.
They say we have a freedom of conversation, freedom of speech. But if that's the case, it's not used in our governmental legislatures and government law.
Have you
They're told to do something, they do it or you're out.
Have you ever been on TV before?
Oh yes.
Have they edited everything you said? That when you were talking, did they cut out any parts?
They did. They cut it out to suit what they wanted. And here again, it's not the freedom of speech in that sense. Now they've got legals hired and they say we couldn't say that, it's libel this, libel that. And they come back that you can't argue with them, what do you say?
This is what I found with Sunday Shopping. As you know, I did quite a few interviews on ATV, CBC.
I give you good marks for it.
And I really do appreciate the media giving me that chance. And I'm not on here to totally, bash everyone.
I wish you good luck, Tony, because no, I'm not bashing any brand names, store names, not at all. I'm just saying what the family, the average family need. They have lost it, and it's affected home-style lives, and it's caused friction. It's just another element taken away from us that's caused us headache.
And all we want is fairness, and
yes,
I think that's exactly why I'm. And I think today, and what I'm really trying to do here too, is plead to retail workers and their families to not feel guilty about expressing an opinion. I'm not encouraging them, to speak out against who they work for. I'm encouraging them to work really hard for it.
That's not the object of what you're trying to do, Tony, I know that. And you're trying to do something that needed to be done and that very few got to have. Well, take the time to want to do it.
Well, thank you very much, Harold.
More than welcome, my son.
I really appreciate you taking time to speak with us.
I give you good marks, and I say you keep up the good work, Tony. We need a free voice, and the free voice is lost in the crowd.
I'd like to thank Harold. He's spoken out for us today, and I hope everybody out there listens to our message, and we try to get this band back on Sunday Shopping. Family should come number one. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Tony.